Hello. Okay. Answering your true crime questions. Let's see here. Okay. Answering your true crime. Well, that was lovely. Okay. Now that's off. Um, Answering your true crime questions. As far as Kiely Rodni, everybody's talking about this Check It TV guy that found the laptop. If you have questions about his story, what happened, how he met the parents, the grandpa, and all that, go watch his videos because he does explain what happened, how he met these people, how he found the laptop. He explains all that. And as far as what I've said about what happened to Kiely, she was pushed down. She was set up by Sammy, in my opinion, allegedly pushed down by Sammy after being set up to go to this so called party and beat to smithereens, put in her car, and pushed into that lake. There were two men with her, with Sammy. Everybody else left. They didn't want any part of it. They were scared. That's it. Simple. Go back to the video where Sammy, and I can try and pull it up. Let's see. What is the guy's name that was interviewing her? What was his channel? She was sitting in the car talking to this man, and he was asking her questions. And I would like to go over that so you can see what I see. Well, part of what I see. And, a lot of people get all antsy and everything about psychics and mediums. Sorry, it is what it is. I always said in my channel, if you want to know something, you can ask me. I will tell you the truth. I will not lie to you. If you do not want to know the truth, do not ask me. Because I will tell you the truth. I will try to be gentle, but I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to tell you that Summer is alive and she's living this wonderful life in this great big house and eats candy constantly and rides a unicorn around this big, beautiful property, because that would be a lie. And I'm not going to lie. And like I said, in the description part, I am salty. I am so salty about all this crap. It's right in front of everybody's face. You just got to open your eyes and look at it. Candace is guilty as shit. In my opinion, allegedly, I have to say that. But I would stand by it, and I will stand by it. True crime is not that hard. It's really not. You don't have to be a psychic to know who's guilty of what. You just have to pay attention and listen. That's my opinion. What is the name of this guy? Let's see, what is it saying? Oh. Hello, Sonia from Australia. You agree? Um, it's not that hard. It really isn't. I'm trying to think of the name of this guy, but I could probably just look it up and find it another way. This keeps going out. It's probably a sign I shouldn't be smoking, right? That's a sign. That's a sign. um, let's see. Okay. Uh, I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing this right. Um, let me try to pull up this video here. Okay. No, not yet. Okay, not yet. Let me see here. Um, interviews. Okay. All right. See, it's that one. That's part 2. This one right here. No, that's icky mail. Suspicious minds. It's this one. Okay. Hang on. Okay, I found it. Hold on, I gotta mute myself. Hey, Justice Janie. I hate muting myself. Let me figure out how to do this because I want to be able to tell you about this, why I'm getting what I'm getting with Sammy. Okay, just to keep it from echoing, I'm going to mute myself. I'll figure this out.
for the circumstances, but I know you're super busy. You're pressed for time, so let's get to it. I know you've been repeating yourself all day, but what's the latest? Tell us who Kiely Rodni is. Go ahead. I'll let you have the stage.
Yeah. Okay. So, thank you,
No,
Kiely. Yeah.
you're welcome. I know you're super busy. I know you got to be tired. I know you've been busy.
Yeah.
I followed you at the press conference today, and I know you're a busy girl. And I just want to say I really admire what you're doing. You're amazing young. You're only 18 years old, right?
Yeah.
You're,
I'm
you're
18.
it's outstanding for a young girl your age to. But anyway, nonetheless, I know you're pressed for time, and everybody's wanting to know what's the latest. What is well, I'll let you take it from the top. Who's Kiely Rodni? Let's go back to the beginning, I guess, real quick. Just give us a rundown.
Totally. Yeah. So, Kiely is one of my close friends. We met through mutual friends, and we became closer in the past year to coming months recently. And she is just a light in a lot of people's lives. She's wonderful. She's smiling all the time. She's caring. She's beautiful. She's there for anybody who has ever needed her. She's very outgoing. She's outdoorsy too. She loves the water. She loves to sing. Her voice is just amazing too. And she's just a beautiful girl, and we all miss her a lot. And so,
Yeah, I'm sure. You saw her at the party, right? You were at the party with her.
yes, I was the last person to contact her after the party, and I was with her basically throughout the entire party. I sorry, I was
No, it's okay.
walking
It's
around
okay.
with her,
I know you. I
and
know you got a lot going on. I
yeah,
get it.
I'm at the teen to teen meetup, so there's a lot of
No,
kids outside.
everybody's wanting to talk to you, and like I said, I greatly appreciate every minute I have with you.
Yeah,
Can you take a quick look at this photo? Is this
yeah,
what she? Can you confirm whether or not she was wearing this at the night of the party? Is that what she was wearing?
yeah. So that top is exactly what I saw her in. If you can see on her left side, on her hip, you can see some skin. She was wearing a black bodysuit. I remember
Mm,
because we went to the bathroom together, peed in the woods together a couple of times, and so that's her shirt right there. The pants were different that she wore to the party. She was wearing green Dickies pants, but that belt is definitely what she's wearing too. I remember watching her have to take it off when we were using the restroom together. We were out using the outdoor restroom, if like popping
okay,
squat basically. So yeah,
that was
and
just released from the Placer County Sheriff's Office. This picture, I just found it on
mhm,
their Facebook page.
yeah,
Um, so there's talk about this top, the spaghetti straps top. Some people are saying it was found at the area. Is that, can you confirm that, or is that
yeah.
just
So that has not been confirmed. If it has not been posted on our Find Kiely Rodni Instagram page or on the website or on the Placer County Sheriff's Office Facebook or anything, then it is not true, and it is not something that people should be following on or trusting. The information will be posted and will be coming from us when it is confirmed. So to let people know what to look out for, if a changed shirt or something. So yeah, that has not been confirmed.
okay? Perfect. So at the night of the party, the last time you saw her, can you tell us about, I guess, give us a rundown of the party real quick. What I understand it was.
And I have to stop this every once in a while. I think I'm going to kind of fast forward through this a little bit. I'm looking for something in particular that she said that stuck out to me as a huge red flag. So I'm going to try not to mute myself. Just let me know if I echo, okay? Okay.
It was a large gathering.
Yeah,
100.
so it was supposed to be a senior farewell party where all the seniors and everybody from around our area, like Tahoe and Truckee and Incline and Kings Beach, were supposed to be there. They were invited there because it was supposed to be like saying goodbye to your favorite seniors before everybody starts going off to college, because soon enough here people are going to start leaving and moving out. And so Kylie's a senior, or she graduated early, so she's considered a senior, and I was a senior, so every senior was initially invited to the party. And as well, all grades were invited, just so that they could say goodbye. So I had talked with Kylie, and I had known she was going beforehand. We hadn't planned on going together, and we ended up not going together. She came with her best friend Mags Larson. Magdalene, sorry, is her first name.
Yeah, that's okay.
I love that name, Magdalene. If my name was Magdalene, that's what they'd be calling me, not Mags. And that was her best friend, apparently. Let's see. I guess, is there not an echo? Let's see.
And to 10:30, it just blew up. Like, it started to get to the point where I was getting overwhelmed. And I'm a very social person. I've been to a lot of these parties. I've never been overwhelmed. I've actually been underwhelmed. But this party, it was very large. Like, it was bigger than any party we've had in Truckee all year. And for a lot of years past, there were people from what we think Sacramento, San Francisco. I remember talking to somebody who was from San Francisco, Reno, Folsom, areas that were just way out of reach from it. And it was really overwhelming and weird to see, but I didn't really think much of it. I just thought, oh, kids are around here. They have vacation homes up here. They're just coming to party, because why not? So then Kylie and I were going around taking shots and just drinking. We were trading drinks with each other. We were sharing drinks with each other. We would go back to her car to get some alcohol sometimes, and then we went to her car to charge her phone, and we were talking about just random stuff, and then it's kind of hard to remember. And so, or no, we were talking about her texting her mom and her charging her phone and stuff, and just about the party in general. And then we had a few other friends in the car, and then we all decided to go back to the party, and we were around in there for a bit. I had asked her for a ride home when we were in the car, because my ride was leaving, and I wanted to stay at the party longer. And so then we ended up splitting up in the party, because I went to go find another ride when we got back into the party after leaving the car, so that we could sorry, my mind is in a moment.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I want to take a couple of questions here real quickly. Noah in the chat wants to ask you, who was fighting at the party? The girl and guy. Look into them. Was there a fight at the party?
Yeah, so there were some friendly fights that were going on. There was, like, we had boxing gloves. People were, like, trying to instigate. It wasn't anybody who had really any drama, or they weren't enemies or anything. It was more just friendly fights to keep entertaining. It wasn't anybody. A lot of our parties, we just do it to have fun. If somebody gets hurt, like, we have people on them. But
so it wasn't like a fight out of anger. It was just kind of a just a fun competition type of fighting.
Yeah, just see who wins and who goes home with the title. Which I will candidly admit, people do end up getting in fights over who won, but not this time.
Daniel Taylor, and Nola, thank you for that comment. Daniel Taylor's in the house. Daniel Taylor wants to ask you, did Kylie have her boyfriend or an ex-boyfriend with her at the party?
No, there was no ex-boyfriend there. Her ex-boyfriend lived in Napa. He was in Napa at the time, and I think he lives in Napa. And he actually drove up the next day, the second he heard that she was missing. He's very close with her family and her. There was no anything. And she does not currently have a boyfriend.
I want proof. I want some kind of proof other than the father saying that he was somewhere else. I want to know where his phone was pinging. At this party or at a lake. Another lake where he was supposedly 4 hours away with his father fishing. I'm having problems with that. But I would like to find out about it. And let's see, I'm going to don't remember where it was, where she said, well, let me see. It was probably way out here. Let's see.
It's not something I pay really close attention to. We're not the type to be like, oh, look at what I have on my wrist. I'm so rich, you know.
Bullshit. Girls do that all the time. Oh, I got these new earrings, or my nails done, or some kind of bull crap. I got a new shirt or a new pair of jeans. This just make my butt look fat. Whatever. Girls do that. They do that. You're lying, you're lying, you're lying.
So
Yeah, I know you girls are amazing. You seem like wonderful people, and I'm so sorry that you're going through this. Romans 1:25-26 wants to know: was there any cameras at the campground going into the campground? Is there any cameras there?
No, there's no cameras out there. The closest cameras would be the traffic cameras that start on I-80 near the rec center. It's hard to describe exactly where, but I think it's on Truckee Way. But it's 89 is very covered in cameras.
How does she know?
Me,
Oops. Oh, crap. How does she know where all these cameras are at? Man, she's been investigating or something.
It's very possible that maybe somebody did abduct her, that maybe somebody was watching her. I mean, it's just a sad possibility, but my goodness, our hearts. I don't know. Is anything else you'd like to say before we let you go? I know you're busy. I don't want to keep you tied up with us, but I greatly appreciate all your time.
I think this guy is playing her like a fiddle, trying to get a reaction out of her. Hey, Tin. Is there an echo? I am going to get into some other cases as well. And if you have questions about a case that you want me to answer, ask me. I'll tell you. Is your theory a cover up? I think Sammy and a couple of friends that are guys that were there helped her to push this car into the river with Kiely in it after Kiely was beat to death by Sammy, and these kids that were all standing around watching did nothing and then left the party, so-called party, whatever. But yeah, that's my theory. And what got me was everybody right now is talking about Check It TV. Is that what it's called? I think it's called Check It TV. Him finding the laptop and trying to make something out of it. But what it is law enforcement, when they flipped that car, stuff fell out of her car. And they did not care to go retrieve it. Wasn't a big deal to them. For some reason, it was stupid. They're dropping the ball on this. What is wrong with? Look at Hawkins County with Summer, and then I get this wrong all the time. I say Placer County, but I don't know. on purpose. This was, as far as the kids go, I believe the kids did it on purpose. Let's see. Hang on.
And Sammy, you're an amazing girl. I know you got a great future ahead of you. Stay strong. What's your final words? If Sammy's out there watching.
Okay, hold on a minute. Oh. Okay. I get tired of hearing that toilet run. Freaking apartments. They've been out here to fix it many times, and they dropped the ball. I'm just waiting to see how long it's going to take them to actually do something about it. And the guy next door. And I also have another video I'm going to do, because this one sent me into a freaking frenzy, and it's another dog story. But let's see what Miss Sammy here wants to say about her dear, close friend that she's taken over the whole investigation to try to find out what happened to her dear friend.
This right now, just perhaps she's out there watching. If there's anything you could say to Sammy right now, what would you say to her?
It's Kylie, just by the way, but if Kylie's out there watching
I'm
this,
sorry, Kylie. I apologize.
Don't worry.
My mind's going 1,000 miles an hour. It's just, this is very emotional.
Yeah.
But no, I'm sorry, Kylie.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's totally fine. If Kylie were out here watching this, I would just want to know, we are doing everything to try and find her. We are making this go worldwide. We will find her. We will find what is happening.
Why did she say it that way? We're doing everything to find her instead of we're doing everything to find you. Don't give up. We're not going to give up. We're not going to stop looking for you. We're doing everything to find her.
We just want her home. We don't want to get anybody in trouble. We just want her home. We love her.
Who are you going to get in trouble? Who do you think you're going to get in trouble? We don't want to get anybody in trouble. Who? You? Yourself? The boys that were with you?
And we would do anything to see her again. I just want to drink a boba with her again and laugh and tell the story. And when I see her, I'm going to absolutely tackle her to the ground, but I'm going to
tackle her to the ground is exactly what I was looking for. This is what I was talking about. This is what I'm saying. When people do shit, when people talk, they have truths in their lies. You have to pick out the lies in people's stories. You have to pick out the truths that they're telling. Because when they lie like this, they have a truth in what they're saying. And this is one of them. She said she was going to tackle her to the ground. We've also heard that Kylie fell into a hole. Really? If she did fall into a hole, is that the time that you decided to pounce on her? Or did you tackle her to the ground? I believe you did. And you beat the shit out of her. And I want to know, in her autopsy, are we going to get the truth? Or are they going to cover that up too? This Wayne Wu, I hope he's not the one doing it. I heard that Nevada is doing it, not Placer County or Wayne Wu, wherever this is at. When all this first came out, I said something about a girl from Nevada being missing. Well, it wasn't necessarily Nevada, I guess. That's the drug dealer leaving. He lives next door. That they don't do anything about. And it's crazy. There's so many things that are wrong. And anytime I want to speak up about something, my son, who's 18, says, "Mom, please don't say anything," because he's scared that somebody will retaliate against us. And I told him, that is what's wrong with this freaking country. People are afraid to speak the truth and to stop the corruption and to stop the people who are doing things wrong. It's just going to continue to get worse and worse and worse if we don't stand up and do something about it. YouTubers, creators, whatever you want to call us, psychics, mediums, we all have a place and we all have a voice, and we need to stop this crap because it is getting worse all the time. You're going to let a bunch of teenage kids take out the life of another teenage girl. For what? You're going to let parents kill their own child and get away with it? What is wrong with law enforcement? And these idiots that want to defund the police? Are you kidding me? That's like saying, defund the military and take down all the walls and just let people do what they want. No. I do not understand I do. The government is taking over everything, threatening people's lives and jobs, and which is basically, if you're threatening somebody's job, you're threatening their livelihood. You're threatening their family's well-being. Well, if you don't get this shot, we're going to fire you. No, you don't do that. This world was created by God, not the government. But the government wants to tell us what to do constantly. They want to take the Pledge of Allegiance out of the schools, which they've done, because the word God is in there. That is freaking ridiculous. And they want to take away, which they have, the death penalty. Why? If you are a repeat offender, constantly going out and doing something bad, going back to jail, doing something bad, going back to jail, doing something bad, you're not learning your lesson. Why should our tax dollars pay for these people to sit in jail or in prison. When we could spend our tax dollars on bettering education, the police, bettering mental health care, bettering CPS, so these kids will stop falling down these cracks all the time. Every day there are kids being killed by their parents. Oh, well, they've been on our radar. We've had several calls for them. We've checked on this child several times, but yet the kid is dead? Are you freaking kidding me? This is what I'm talking about that pisses me off so bad. CPS will go in, and this could be for Summer Wells, but it could be for a much bigger amount of kids. And it pisses me off because you have these people. I just seen this on Jay's channel about this little boy. His parents had him in the hospital. This baby tested positive for drugs, but he goes home with his parents. They have so many CPS calls because this child is covered from head to toe in bruises all the time. All the time. CPS calls, CPS calls, CPS calls. And the child ends up dead. They have other children too. This little boy was 2 years old, and he had been abused even before he was born. He had no chance. If they're born addicted, why are you giving the children to the parents? Why not sterilize these parents? If they're going to go around and beat their children and kill them, they don't need to have kids. They had several complaints against them. How many complaints were made against Dawn and Candace with the CPS? How many? A lot? A whole lot? The parents never passed drug tests. The house was a pit. It was a pigsty. And you leave a child to live in that shit? You know, I know they want families to stay together. But there are people who don't need to have children. Candace already lost her children. 2 of them. And then gave up one for adoption. That was the best thing she could have done. Dawn lost his kids. Then Summer comes up missing. After several CPS reports. Then they lose their boys. Why is it? Why does a child have to die before CPS does anything? Before police do anything? These parties that Kiely went to were going on every year, all the time. Oh, I go to these parties all the time. Really? She's 18. This Sammy chick, that's too young to be drinking. And the police knew about these freaking parties, and they let it go on. They knew they were out there drinking and doing drugs. You know, I know teenagers are teenagers and they're going to do shit, okay? I know this. But a girl is dead. Somebody needs to take some freaking responsibility for the things that are going on. Is it just me? Am I losing my mind? Or is it just because I'm older and I see things more clearly? I don't know. I like to think that it's because I'm drug-free. My mind is clear and I see things for what they are. Our system is screwed. It is screwed up. And you know what? It starts from the top. It starts at home when you have children. But it also starts in the freaking White House. God created this world. And if we don't have God in our world, this is what happens. And right now, the person that we have leading this country is the leader of corruption and child P. So if it's coming from the White House, trickling down, the trickle down effect, or whatever you want to freaking call it, this is where it's coming from. You have to have balls if you're going to be president. You have to say, no, this is not going to happen. We are going to protect our children. But he doesn't care. He doesn't care about children. I'm sure he says he loves children because that's what P's do. Pedos say I love children. I would never hurt a child because they don't think that what they're doing is wrong. But they know what they're doing is wrong because they try to hide it. Except for him, because he seems to like to touch kids and smell their hair and stuff when cameras are running. And I really, 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 really would love to expose a lot of those videos that I've seen. The thing is, if the leader does not care and make rules, nobody else is going to. It's kind of like when you're in school. If your teacher doesn't care if you learn, you're not going to learn. If your doctor doesn't care to listen to you, you're not going to get well. You have to advocate for yourself. You have to advocate for your children. And all these parties that were going on out here were never stopped, and they should have been. You cannot mix alcohol and drugs and teenagers without something happening, something going wrong. And then add water to it. even adults that go to the lake and party. I knew a man that went to the lake with his family. He was married, and he had 2 little kids, and they were at the lake. And this guy was drinking, probably smoking pot. I don't know. And it's funny because his name is not coming. I can see his face, but I can't think of his name. I know his wife's name was Melody. And when me and my first husband first got married, we lived with that couple. But he drowned. He drowned. And it was in Oklahoma. I think it was like at Fort Gibson. I'm not sure the lake. I think it was Fort Gibson. But he was a grown man. And there's no reason that he should have drowned. He could swim, but he was drunk. From the way I understand it, he got out too far and he didn't have strength to swim back. But his wife watched it happen. His wife watched him drown. So it happens to adults. But this is a little different because I believe this girl right here on the screen planned it out. And just like she said, right here. Let's play this again.
We don't want to get anybody in trouble. We just want her home. We love her. And we would do anything to see her again. I personally, I just want to drink a boba with her again and laugh and tell the story. And when I see her, I'm going to absolutely tackle her to the ground, but I'm going to give her the most love she's ever felt. And I hope she knows she's loved. This whole community is looking for her. The whole world at this point is looking for Kiely. Kiely, if you're out there and you can hear this, please fight. Keep fighting. Don't give up. We are coming. We are working. We will not stop working. I will stay up day and night. I have her completely. We want you home. We just want.
There is another video that really got to me. I don't know if I can find it. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. I wish they would help if I could see, huh? It was of Meg's. Let me see this.
Well, the search continues this afternoon for a missing teenager in Truckee. New pictures and video from the party where 16-year-old Kiely Rodni was last seen on Friday night. That was at Crossroad Lake. Volunteers met at Truckee Community Center this morning.
Hey, Terry,
Another round of searches. Her mother, Rodni's mother, was emotional talking about her daughter's disappearance.
I just want my daughter home.
From Arkansas. So you heard about all that mess today with Summer, right? What do you think? in Nagalis. I can't say your name. I probably screwed that up. So, what do you think about the thing that happened this summer in Arkansas today? Do you think that that woman was just saying that, or do you think that it really happened? I mean, they did say that it is not summer, and I knew that it wasn't summer, but then I wonder, was she just saying this to be cruel, or what was going on with that? Is this just her mother?
Where is she?
Okay, and this right here really kind of weirded me out. No, it wasn't that one. Shit.
Because they say her car is also missing. But the CHP has not issued an Amber Alert because they say the case has not met the criteria for known abductions.
Okay.
Well, the search continues this afternoon.
We heard you already. And this was kind of weird. If anybody's seen that, that one was, oh, my leg's falling asleep. Her boyfriend posted these pictures. Now, the way I understand this is the same day Kiely went missing.
Welcome, cartel members. I'm going to get straight to the sauce, and I'm going to try to explain why I think Jagger, the D, or Jagger Westfall, Kiely Rodni's boyfriend or ex-boyfriend is the one that I believe is possibly the one that may have done it. Now, here is why. Now, I was going over some stuff. Found it in TikTok. A lot of people probably found it and whatnot, as you can see by the views and whatnot. So, what I noticed is, first we're going to go to this video right here, Modified Exhaust System. Now, you guys pay attention and follow along. It's not a long video, but it's pretty to the point. So, just bear with me. The date on this one, July 19th, about 3 weeks before she went missing. Now, we got another video, the one before that one. At a car meet, it looks like, and that one was posted May 7th, whatever. So a good month, 2 months before that, right? Now we got this one where he's waxing his car. This one goes back all the way to, I think, April or March, and then we got a January, right? So 5 times in the past year he's posted. Now, when do you suppose these two videos of him driving around or in his car were posted? Well, let's take a look. So we got August 5th. So let's watch this video.
Run away. I want you to know it's okay. I was all alone on my own. It's okay though. Do you really love me? Do you really trust me? I was down bad, feeling sad, feeling sorry. Now you really gone and I can't get you to call me. Wanna run away for this love and for this place. If you was a ghost, I would kiss.
And the next video, also Dave.
The guy that's doing this, now I know this is probably going to get me in trouble because of the damn music. I wasn't thinking about that. But the guy that was saying this, was playing this, is talking about you got to listen to the music as well as the date. Did she go missing on the 6th of August? Or was it reported her missing on the 6th of August? I think it was reported on the 6th of August. I'm not sure. Because like I said, I didn't keep up. It's just I get a picture of somebody and I can read them. I can see what's going on with them just by their face. And the thing is, windows to the soul are your eyes, which I'm going to do another video explaining how I work through pictures.
Dated August 5th. So 2 videos on the same day that Kiely goes missing. Let's check it out.
Oh, she does go missing on the 5th.
Now you ducking. When I say I got the shoes, baby, no, I'm not buffing. Bussin'.
All right, pretty simple. Now, I want you to check out a video I found on the Lost Trail Lodge. They say life begins at the edge of your comfort zone. I'm not sure who was closer to that line yesterday. Kiely driving through the tunnel for the first time, or me watching as she did so in my car. At any rate, I am so proud of the confidence she has in herself and her willingness to try something new, even if it's a bit unnerving. Lucky is the parent who bears witness to her child's badassness. That's my girl, proud mom, 4x4, backcountry life, Lost Trail Lodge. And it's a video, and there's Kiely in there. You don't ever see her, but I want you to pay attention to the road and the lack of lines, lack of asphalt, some rock.
See, this guy is actually catching that Jagger was not fishing with his father 4 hours away when Kiely went missing. Because the post that he made with his car, they're saying was here.
And the tree to the right there. So let's check it out. All right, now look at the ground on this video, right? And this street that he's parked on is obviously a dirt road. Now I noticed there's leaves that are changing colors, like it's almost from fall that he took this video. So let me know down there if you're from there, if there's already leaves that are yellow and on the ground like that there. But I believe that this video was taken in that same street where that tunnel is at. I've been looking at this area, right? But the only thing I can't think of, and I would need some clarification from somebody that lives there or near there or whatnot, not saying to go on their property, but in that rear side view mirror, you see a sign, like a yellow and black sign, street sign of sorts with like stripes. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure if that would be on her property or if that's on the street or if this has nothing to do with it. I do find it peculiar that he posted 2 videos.
That sign. Shoot. Let's see that sign again. Come on. Okay, come on. Let's see that sign.
A yellow and black sign, street sign of sorts with stripes. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure if that would be on her property or if that's on the street or if this has nothing to do with it. I do find it peculiar that he posted 2 videos on.
Shoot. Come on. There. I don't know if that would be the same road or not, because would he take that fancy car through that tunnel? I mean, what's the big deal about driving through the tunnel? I don't get it. Why wouldn't she be able to drive through that tunnel? I don't know. What's this?
To the executive director of the Truckee Downtown Merchants Association, Cassie Hilton.
Hi everyone, I come to you tonight not as the executive director of Truckee Downtown Merchants Association, but as a friend to the family of Kiely Rodni. We have been working tirelessly in this community to find Kiely.
God, I can't stand that girl. It drives me nuts looking at her. She's just wrong. That's her dad. It was an interview before Kiely was found. It was Kiely and Mags talking. And I don't know where this video is at. It was before she was found. Let's see. Let me see this one.
We start tonight the search for this missing 16-year-old girl. Kiely Rodni was last seen in Truckee near a campground, and tonight's case is now being investigated as a possible abduction. ABC 10's Bridget Pajoro has more from Truckee.
16-year-old Kiely Rodni was last seen at this campsite near Truckee early Saturday morning. And as more time passes, concern for her safety is growing. With detectives now investigating her case as a possible abduction.
How can they say she was abducted? Oh my God. Oh, man.
Pictures of a smile.
Shit. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, let me. Oh, I can't stand her. What's that?
It's now investigating the case as a possible abduction. We urge anybody who is at that part.
Turn.
She's so pretty.
16 with high honors.
She's so intelligent, beautiful, and just such a kind and wonderful person.
Kiely is 5'7" with blonde hair and hazel eyes. And if you know anything about her disappearance, you're asked to call the Placer County Anonymous tip line. We have that number.
Okay, it wasn't that video. Mom, friend of missing Kiely teen, recall last conversation before she went missing. What's this one?
This morning, the urgent investigation and desperate search for a missing 16-year-old girl. Law enforcement scouring the area Monday after Kiely Rodni disappeared from this campground in Northern California near Lake Tahoe.
We have no plans to leave any stone unturned until we get Kiely home.
The Sheriff's Department currently treating the case as a potential abduction. Other agencies as well as Saturday morning.
She was having a fun time at a party, just being a teenager. Everything she drank, I drank out of. And there was nothing that seemed off about her.
Police say Rodni's phone has been out of service since the party. Her car, a silver Honda SUV like this one, also missing. Police are now asking any.
Okay, what I'm looking for is is Megs and Sammy. And they were standing up against this light colored brick wall. And Mags said that us three will find her. And Sammy turns around and looks at her like she wanted to hurt her. I mean, you know the saying, if looks could kill, you know. So that's what I'm looking for. Stop doing that. Let's see. Shit, ain't that one. Okay. And then we'll go to, I wish I knew where that video was at. What's she lying about here?
I'm sure there's people taking photos or TikToks. I'm sure there's going to be a TikTok video of the fight or something, right? There's going to be something out there.
Yeah. So there's hundreds of videos. We have videos of people taking videos.
Okay, where are they? Where are they? Where are they? We want the photos. We want the videos. We want the pictures.
Oh, wow.
We have
very good. Very good.
Hundreds of videos, hundreds of pictures. We've asked everybody to send us any videos and any pictures that we have, even if it's a picture that looks exactly like something else sent us. It could have different angles.
Something else about
We're
this.
looking at an app called Be Real, which is where a lot of kids waited.
This whole deal with Sammy wanting the children dropped off and the parents to go far, far away is bullcrap. What parent would be that stupid to, okay, we got a missing child here. Let's take our child and leave them. Sammy was doing this whole damn thing because she was wanting to know what these other kids knew. So she would be kind of in the loop and she could shut these other kids up. And the parents not wanting their children to get involved. We go back to the same thing I was just talking about earlier. Not wanting other people to get involved. You have to get involved. When something is wrong, you have to stand up. We should stand up for what is wrong. Now,
because the Be Real, it's an app where you can post a picture and there's
I can't even stand to listen to her voice. She's just irritates me. Okay, now let me do this. Possible sighting of Summer Wells. Happened yesterday? Oh, look, there I am. And that was Voices Behind the Wall. I was over there earlier. There's Ziggy talking about it. Okay. Yeah, and Sammy did lawyer up. She has a criminal defense attorney. Wow. Why would she think she needs a criminal defense attorney? Probably because she's guilty as fuck. Sorry, but my video's already been ruined by music, so, Jonesboro Police Department, Summer Wells possible sighting. I have not seen this.
Hey guys, it's Squirrel Girl again.
Oh.
Just wanted to give an update.
I thought it was the police.
Regarding the possible sighting of Summer Wells down in Jonesboro, Arkansas at the Fairview Motel.
Fair use.
Tiffany Marie had put a live out about it after seeing some posts on the Facebook. I happened to catch a live with Voices Behind the Wall.
Mm-hmm.
Cher contacted TBI. They said that they had gotten calls on it already. Cher gave them their information and they assured her that they would look into it. I then called Jonesboro City Police Department. That was at 1:38 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this afternoon. Spoke to Detective Griffin. She said that they had an officer en route at that time. I asked her if they had any type of a Facebook where they could post It's an update because there are thousands of people, on pins and needles. And she said they do have an information officer and they do use their Facebook. And I requested if they could, please put something on there to, confirm or whatever. And she said that she didn't think that would be a problem and that she would go speak to the information officer about that. So they do have a Facebook. It's Jonesboro, and it's just Jones Boro,
it's
B-O-R-O, Arkansas Police Department. If you type that in Facebook, that'll pop up and you can click that follow button. As of right now, I haven't heard anything from their Facebook on that, so we'll keep praying. There is someone there that's local that's going to drive near there and see if she can see anything, so I'll post if there's any update on that as well. So keep your prayers there for Summer. And anyway, so I just wanted to post that to clarify that in case anybody wasn't in the live stream.
Okay. Well, that helped. Jonesboro Police Department is on Facebook. Okay. I know that Lip Lock is very traumatized right now. Poor thing. I seen her video this morning or this afternoon. What is this? Arctic Fox True Crime. I was looking more for a news channel. There's Lip Locks. Poor baby. I guess not very many people. I don't even want to play her. Potential Summer Wells sighting. Okay. Oh, that's Prayer Garden. No. I'd rather do like a news channel. What? Oh, Dawn B. I don't know who that is. Hmm. Six days ago. Oh, Angel talks too fast. They did a press conference 6 days ago, or that's when she made this video? That looks like an old press conference. Why are they not updating us? Till we all know on Summer. Huh. I don't want to get in trouble. What? New details on Hunter's mom, Allie, being booked. Summer Wells case. Now, I don't like this guy. What's going on now? That was a month ago. Ugh, I don't like doing this.
Jonathan Lee Riches, a.k.a. JLR, where's Summer Wells? Hunter's mom, Allie. She said in a recording that she was booked the other day. Booked in court the other day.
I don't know what Allie's last name is.
Circulating online. Check this out.
I was sitting booking the other day at court.
What'd you do, Allie?
That fucking douchebag of an ex-boyfriend of mine slapped harassment charges on me.
Does he not realize that was...
Okay, yeah, I think I heard about that. I don't want to go there. I really don't. I don't know. Hey, Best. I just think someone tried to spice up the case. Why does Sammy not like Kiely? Sammy is jealous as hell. She is jealous of Kiely. That's what I believe. That is, okay. It's an old video. Yeah, I've seen that one before. Kuma, Elizabeth, welcome. Let's see. I'm gonna look for questions. Just think someone's trying to spice it up. Yeah, what's up with that? I mean, another little blonde kid with its head shaved, and it's kind of hard for me to buy, because when I heard that, well, I knew it wasn't true anyway. I just assumed that when I heard about this, it was just another kid that looked, I mean, a little white girl with blonde hair, blue eyes. You know, it's very common that there's going to be little blonde hair, blue eyed kids, you know. But when they said something about it, her head was shaved, I was like, no, because that's not common. I mean, the first time I saw a photo of Summer, she could have passed for a little boy. She could have. She looked like a little boy. And in the beginning, I was thinking, okay, don't go psychic yet. Just, you know, because I already had my feelings about what was going on. And I did think, okay, if they wanted to do something with her, you know, to take her somewhere else, she could have passed off as a little boy. And people would have thought, wouldn't have been looking for a little boy. They were looking for a little girl. So therefore, she would have been able to slip through the cracks and stuff a lot sooner. Or a lot easier. Because people wouldn't be looking for a boy, they'd be looking for a girl. Crazy things that people do. It never ceases to amaze me. I don't know. But yeah, Sammy wanted to be Kiely, in my opinion. You know, we've seen this before, where girls what was her name? The two girls that picked up their one friend in a car. The girl snuck out of her house, and these were like 12, 13-year-old girls sneaking around doing this stuff. And they took her off and beat her, killed her, set her on fire. There was another one, a couple of different ones, where these girls took their friends out into the woods and killed them and buried them. And I mean, come on. You know, you tell your kids, walk in groups. It's safer that way. Walk with your friend. Well, can you trust your friend anymore? Even though they're children, their friends are not trustworthy. You can't even trust kids anymore. And what about brothers and sisters who unalive their brother or sister? That happens a lot. Was it in Australia recently, where this 12 or 14-year-old boy killed all 3 of his brothers and sisters? This was recent. And I heard about it over at Ziggy's. I think it was Breach who was talking about it. I think that's who it was. Don't quote me, but I remember the story. And I just thought, oh my God. I mean, I could pull that stuff up too. I should. So, because, let me see. See my thing. Yeah, I don't want that. Hang on. Okay. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Okay. I guess I'll have to resave share my screen, and we'll look at some of these videos and prove that kids do this stuff. Oops. Turn it down.
Police and other authorities in Saskatchewan will speak about the death of a 6-year-old boy. His suspected killer is another child under the age of 12. It's a case that's raising tough questions and eliciting emotional reactions. It has shocked the community where it all happened. Terry Reith reports.
The shockwaves continue days after it was learned that a boy under 12 is, in the words of the RCMP, responsible for the death of 6-year-old Lee Bonneau.
It's pretty tragic. That's just sad.
Bonneau was found dead August 21st behind this recreation center on a First Nations reserve near Yorkton, Saskatchewan.
His mother describes him as a fun-loving boy on his way to grade 2 next year, who had the deepest laugh and loved being outdoors.
The boy accused of killing him is described very differently in information obtained by the CBC. It says he's known for being violent and unpredictable. It also shows authorities are bracing for a crush of attention. A memo states, this file has the potential to attract national and international media interest. Consider the case of James Bolger, a British child killed by 2 10-year-olds. The case caused outrage worldwide. The 2 boys were named and tried as adults, serving 8 years in jail. But that won't happen here.
We don't prosecute young children in this country for good reason.
Canada is among many countries that set 12 as the cutoff for the criminal justice system to get in.
Wait, what about Aiden Fucci? That boy is a future serial killer, in my opinion. And the cousin who killed his cousin. God, my brain ain't going where it should. Wasn't her last name Peterson? You know who I'm talking about. Lily. Lily. I think. The cousin. See, he got a knife out of the kitchen before they left the house. He was supposed to be walking her home. She was on a bicycle. He got her off in the woods. He unalived her, and then he R'd her after he unalived her. That sick kid. You can't even trust friends and kids and relatives anymore.
Children have a greater level of dependency on others. They have a reduced level of maturity. They have a reduced level of emotional development, a reduced level of cognitive development.
It's still not clear what consequences there might be for the young accused. For some, the law's inability to act is troubling.
Our judicial system is not very good. So when it comes to young offenders, like, nobody gets punished.
The RCMP will have much more to say on a case that raises so many questions. And
okay, so who's to blame? Who is to blame? What did I say earlier? This stuff starts at home. Another case of a 14-year-old Toronto boy. Shut up.
Police and other authorities in Saskatchewan.
There. Okay. 6-year-old boy in Saskatchewan was killed by the 12-year-old. Okay. Then there's another one. And another case of a 14-year-old Toronto boy was charged Tuesday with manslaughter in the connection with the shooting death of a 16-year-old boy. Okay. Then we have when a 13-year-old Alberta girl was found guilty in 2006 in the 2006 murder of her 8-year-old brother and her parents. What? It was believed she was the youngest person in Canada to be convicted of multiple counts of first-degree murder. She was 12 at the time of the slaying. The girl, who cannot be named, and her then boyfriend, Jeremy, Stinky, whatever, he's stinky, who was 23, carried out the attack on the family. Well, okay. Because the parents did not approve of their relationship. Okay, this guy is twisting this child. He is sick. He killed the family because that was part of his sick, twisted child pee plan. What is... Okay. The girl needs some help. And this 23-year-old guy, death penalty. In 2007, okay. 10 years at the psychiatric hospital. In 2011, the judge ruled she was to be allowed to live in the community. Well, she needs to be watched, that's for sure. Okay. Let's see. I should just use it's a touch screen, so what the heck. Supreme Court of Canada in 2009 reinstated the second-degree murder charge conviction against Kiely in 1997. Death of British Columbian teen Rena Verk, putting an end to the legal case that spanned more than a decade. Oh, and then we have this little guy. Let me see. Police found her body 8 days later. 14-year-old got up and staggered across the bridge towards the bus stop to make her way home. Two of the original attackers dragged her back and beat her again. Ay. 6 girls ages 14 to 16 were sentenced in 1998 for their roles in the first beating. Warren Glowowski, who was 17 at the time, was convicted of second-degree murder later that year. That's a story that's going to have to be definitely read from the beginning. As UK boy beat toddler James Bulger. Yep, those 2 boys. That's pretty common. And let's see. Okay. Florida boy convicted of killing 8-year-old neighbor. This was pretty recent. Well, no, it wasn't. Must have been a different story. 8-year-old Maddie Clifton disappeared while playing in her Jacksonville, Florida neighborhood on November 1998. Her body was found bludgeoned and stabbed a week later under the waterbed of a 14-year-old playmate. Okay, I remember that story. Because it can't be the same story. Joshua Phillips, who had taken part in the search for Maddie, was convicted and sentenced to life without the possibility of parole in Maddie's death. Police said Phillips confessed, saying he beat the girl with a bat and stabbed her to stop her screaming. After he accidentally hit her with a baseball. Prosecutors doubted that account. God, can you imagine? Florida boy kills 6-year-old girl. Okay. In 2001, Lionel Tate was the youngest person to be sentenced to life in the United States, in the U.S. prison after his conviction in the death of a 6-year-old girl. Tate was 12 then. Okay, because I was going to say, that ain't no 12-year-old. He was 12 years old. And he killed a 6-year-old girl while imitating pro wrestling moves from television. Bullshit. I don't buy that. No. No. Lie. In 2004, his conviction was overturned after an appeal court said it was not clear Tate understood the charges. Too freaking bad. You knew what you did. No. I hate that shit. Oh my God. Well, he didn't understand what he did was wrong. Really? That is like saying Lori Daybell didn't know that by her, she did it. She's the one. Lori Daybell is the one who put the bag over JJ's face, over his head. She put the bag over his head. She said, shh, it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Shh. And puts this bag over his head. She did it. And the things that she did to Kiely. Come on now. Come on. Vestiges says, just saying Twitter has a lot of stuff about Kiely Rodni. Oldest story in the world. Lip lock is devastated. I know. Oh, it breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart that she's going through this. You know, oh, poor thing. My nose is running. Sorry. I feel so bad for her. And see, this isn't even half of the kids that do this stuff. Just a second here. Okay. Do we want to talk about this little girl? Jean Bonnet Ramsey. Lily Peterson. Is that what her name was? Her name just came to my mind. We have, let's see, Lily Peterson, right? Peterson. Oh, Lordy. No, not that one. Not that Lily Peterson. And no, we're not going there. That's nasty. But we have Aiden Fucci, and her name was Lily Peterson, wasn't it? Why did that nasty stuff come up? Let me see if it would be on YouTube, maybe. Probably would be. Lily Peterson. Yeah, her name is Lily Peterson. Okay, News Nation. We'll try that. Whoa.
And good evening to you. I'm Marnie Hughes. We begin tonight with breaking news: an arrest made in a horrific crime in a small Midwest community, the murder of a 10-year-old girl. Her name is Lily Peters. Just moments ago, authorities announced that they have a juvenile in custody in connection to Lily's death. Peters was found murdered near a popular trail just days ago. She got on her bike to go home, but she never made it there. Her killing has sent shockwaves through this small Wisconsin city, schools and law enforcement urging parents to be vigilant and keep an eye on their children. Many wondered if there was a killer living among them. And tonight, we know that is true with this shocking development in the last hour. Correspondent Kelly Beeson joining us with the very latest details and what we're hearing from police at this hour.
That's right, Marnie. Well, authorities in this case say they've received hundreds of tips. And just moments ago, this startling news from police.
This evening, we arrested a juvenile suspect in this case. The suspect was not a stranger. The suspect was known to the victim. We do not believe there is any danger to the community.
And again, police have been working tirelessly since discovering Lily Peters' body. Many questions remain, including how she died. But you heard there, we now know that the suspect in custody is a juvenile male known to Lily.
She was just a sweet, innocent little girl. There needs to be some type of justice here.
In a city of 14,000, purple ribbons show signs of support for a community grappling with the news.
It's just so sad that this happened, and I just don't really know how to put it into words.
I don't think we've actually grasped it yet.
It comes after 10-year-old Ileana Peters, also known as Lily Peters, was found dead near a wooded trail Monday morning. Police calling the case an active homicide investigation.
The people of our community are honest, hardworking, and kind-hearted. It is almost impossible to believe that something this horrific could happen in our city.
9 p.m. Sunday night, Lily's father reported she had not returned home from a visit to her aunt's house, a location about 5 blocks away. Officers later found a bike in the woods near a walking trail north of both residences. Monday morning, the coroner's office confirming the body found in that same area is the body of Lily Peters.
There's just a void. There's a sadness, a deep hurting, just knowing that she went down that trail, and that was that. The same trail my kids walked down by themselves all the time. It was a safe place up until Sunday.
And police saying now that there's no further threat to the community. We heard that, Marnie. But, for those hours in between, the district was telling families to pick up their students. Don't let them walk or ride their bikes to school out of an abundance of caution. And obviously a lot of fear throughout the entire city. No, it's terrifying. You don't want to let your kids out of your sight. And now we wait to hear more about who this young man is, how he knew Lily, and exactly what happened.
And our kids gripe and complain because we don't want to let them do things. And they get upset. We can't even tell our children, well, let your cousin take you home. Let your father take you home. It's ridiculous. It is really just beyond comprehension. Our kids shouldn't be going through this. Can't even trust family. Can't trust your kids to, well, not that you can't trust your kids, but you can't trust the world with your child. Upsets me very, very much. Let's see here. Let me see. I hate to say it, but I think summer has passed. Between possible drug and the heat, in the car. And the mom stated, I am not good with time. She's not good with anything. And I mean, I've known it from the very beginning that, Summer did not get out of that truck. Not by herself. She did not. That's my opinion. And I seen it. I saw Grandis carrying Summer's body. And that's just coming from my psychic mediumship abilities. All I have to do is see a person or a picture. It's like the other day, I'm a moderator over at Voices Behind the Wall, and they were talking about some little girl that I've never heard of, and I asked Cher, I said, do you have a picture of her? And she put it up on the screen, and I said, she's not alive anymore. And all allegedly, in my opinion, okay, what I seen was that her stepdad did this to her, and that she is buried. And I saw a row of trees, and that's where she's buried at, is like in this row of trees. She's not buried very far down. I'm actually kind of surprised that I would be surprised if there hadn't been animal activity. But they made, this girl had ran away before many times because she was having a really bad life at home. And they just kind of put it off that she had ran away. Well, she runs away all the time. And that was kind of their excuse. The mother was more passive about what was going on. I don't know why women do that. Well, they do it because they don't want to be without a man. They don't want their finances to be messed with. They probably have a drug problem. I mean, I seen in this person, the parents that did this to this little girl were having drug issues. And that's not always the case. I mean, a lot of times, I mean, it's a case by case basis. And I don't remember what the girl's name was. I just remember what I saw. And it was over at Shares, and I can't remember if it was yesterday or I think it was yesterday. Let's see if I can find it. Voices behind the wall. Let me see if hell. I can't see my keys. Stop. Oh, hell. Okay. Let me see. Wasn't that one? Hold on. It was on. Hang on, let me see. Wasn't 4 days ago, and it wasn't the Summer Wells one, and it wasn't. I don't see it. Huh? I don't see it. It wasn't 4 days ago. Watts Island. No, it wasn't 4 days ago. I don't think it was this one.
Let me pull up. So I'm browsing the YouTubes, right?
She said that because I don't want like the group to think I'm like sharing their. I know it's hard not to get your hopes up, but please, you can't.
They told me on the phone, yes, they have cameras. Yes, if the police come here, yes, they can look into it, right? And New York, Tennessee, I mean, with trafficking, we know that it's not going to be Tennessee plates. Hello, that's going to be way too obvious. It's going to be
right.
Yeah, Fairview, whatever. Thanks for the correction. Now you just got me all fucked up. But yeah, I talked to Keisha, and what really got me is she's like, no police have been here.
See, this is not
Enforcement we're seeing in the Kiely Rodni situation is much how I feel about the law enforcement here, and it drives.
I'm wondering if she took that video down for some reason. Because it wasn't this one. But I'm going to let this run real quick while I run to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
It is me nuts, but
oh, I'm getting old.
They will run for sure. Yeah. That's the other thing of thinking, like, how do you do this? Like, some people are saying, how come you didn't, like, yell Summer? Well, if you yell Summer, obviously they can quickly be out of there, right? So I understand why you don't just run up, hey, lake time. I can understand, yeah, why you wouldn't maybe do that. I feel like they're dragging their feet. So, since this is all just playing out, I'm going to call TBI right now. Give me a second. Yes, I'd like to make a report in the Summer Wells case.
Okay, what is this referring to?
There was a sighting in Jonesboro, Arkansas, at Fairview Hotel of Summer Wells. And some people have posted that, and they've posted it on Facebook, and they say that they have gotten in touch with authorities and stuff. Now, however, I called the hotel management today where Summer Wells was supposedly sighted at, and there was another girl there too, and who they think of Summer's hair was shaved still. And they heard one little girl tell who they thought Summer.
No, I don't buy it. I think she took that video down for some reason. Not sure. Oh, look at that. Oop. I am not seeing, because it should have been right here. I know she did 2 on Summer today. Let me see. Okay, that one was, no, wasn't that one. And no, it wasn't 4 days ago. It wasn't 4 days ago.
Whose son was abused. I later beat that case because, as everything else, that was made up. But I went, whenever I went to jail, they tried to say that they took their daughter her daughter to the hospital 3 weeks after I went to jail, and that she was molested and touched, and that I stuck a toy in her vagina.
Oh, geez.
Then,
yeah, I don't need that on my channel. I'm screwed already on this video.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you.
For speaking to Chris Watts, Heather's wife, Miranda, believes she had a relationship with Chris Watts. It was never, ever, ever, ever Chris Watts. I have spoken to the Watts family. They are not in contact with looking at my phone as well. My son is out hunting for his first night. My youngest is out hunting. Mad. Your story, your journey. I do have some Chris Watts related questions. Watts, or if you want to learn what's going on here.
I didn't think it was that one either.
Short.
Okay. Well, I will go ahead and stop this one. Let's see. Carol. Watts Island. Yeah, no, it's funny. I think it's kind of funny. It sure is funny. You're Marcy. You had to change your email. Oh. Okay. You can be whoever you want to be. It's YouTube. Darlene, hi. I really enjoy and appreciate the time you give to these tragic cases. Thank you. Your heart is beautiful. You know, it's hard. I get so irritated when it's about kids. I remember when I was little and things were bad back then too, but not like this. But this is what I say. It all starts at home. If the parents are not stable, if the parents are maybe I should rephrase this just a little bit. I understand. I totally understand. I like for people to be able to see into my soul as well. That's why I take off my glasses. If people have children, they should be stable and responsible and want these children. If these people, these adults, are fighting and they're using drugs or alcohol, or if they have mental problems that they do not seek help for, these children don't stand a chance. They might as well give their children up for adoption at birth, or not have them at all. And what I mean by that is there is so many kinds of birth control. If you are unstable mentally, there are just some people that should not have the right to procreate, should not be able to bear children or to make children. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying that is a fact. Not everyone should have the ability and the right to have children. Having children is not a fly-by-night thing. Oh, well, I'll just get more food stamps. Well, I'll just get more child support. No. If I had anything to do with the way that the law works, it would be a life for a life. Not, okay, well, let's see. We'll let you out in 3 years and then you can come back again because you've done it again. No. And I do know. I understand. People can change. They can be rehabilitated. But not all of them can. And I can say this because I have someone in my family that I care about who was in prison for 18 years for murder. And he's been out for a long time. And he has raised his children alone. He would not allow his wife into his life any longer because of her drug addiction. So she has never been a part of these children's lives. Yet, he was in prison. He paid his debt. And I will tell you, there is a reason that he was in prison for murder. Because he did something to someone who did something to his sister, his little sister. See, not every murder deserves the death penalty. It's like saying, when something happened to my children, or if Lily Peters' parent, mother or father, chose to take the law into their own hands, that is forgivable, in my opinion. Because murder, killing someone, is not just cut and dry. This sometimes it is justifiable homicide. We cannot expect police to be everywhere at one time. And we can't expect the justice system, the court system, to always be fair. And I have always believed that my children are my children, and it's my duty. Nobody else's. It's my duty. Because I bore those children. I bared them in me and brought them into this world. So it's my job to protect them. In every freaking way, shape, and freaking form. They're my babies. And nobody, I mean, even though they're grown, if somebody did something to them, I would want to take the law into my own hands. And I had that chance. I had that opportunity before. But I was stopped. Because I was on my way out the door. And I would have done it. It's just like if something ever happens to Dylan, if somebody, well, now that he's 18, and it depends on your child too. Is your child putting their self in harm's way? Like my oldest daughter, when she was going out and delivering product to people, she was taking my grandson with her, Dylan. And the things that were being done around him, I said, no. You are an adult. I can't stop you from doing whatever it is that you want to do. You're going to get yourself killed, but you're not taking this baby with you. I said, leave him here with me. And she did. And that was the end of it. There was nothing left. You know, you would think, I mean, I took her to court. I had to in order to get him, to get me temporary guardianship and stuff like that. And we had to go through the steps. I tried everything. She was not in a place in her mind, in her life, where she shared him. Because drugs were more important. Unfortunately. And I called his biological father. And his biological father told me, he asked me, he said, well, can you keep him because I can't take care of him? I said, yeah, I will. I hung up the phone. My mom was there. And I told her what he said. And we both cried and cried. And we still, me and my mom, we still talk to each other and cry about this shit. Because I didn't want to raise my grandson. I wanted to be a grandma. But I was not going to let him be in the system and be raised in foster care. I was in there when he was born. I was the first one that held him. And I'm like this with other kids too. I see this shit on TV, or not on TV, but on YouTube, on AFC podcast with Jay. Okay. He is an advocate for children. The AFC, Advocates for Children. And I see these babies on here that are being taken down, taken out by their parents. And it's like, I would have loved to have taken that baby. Now I'm at the age and I would do it. I would love it. And it would be mine. I would never be able to foster a kid because I wouldn't want to let it go. I would get attached. And how could you not love a child? Honestly, how could you not love a child? How could you do things to hurt a child? And if you find yourself in a situation, the kindest, most unselfish thing to do, if you cannot take care of your child, is to put it up for adoption. If it's the best thing for a child, do it. Hurting your child is not the right thing to do. Ever. Never, ever. Babies are precious. And Marcy, you are a new great grandma. So you know exactly how I feel. I mean, if your daughter said, I don't want this baby, you want to take it? Shit, yeah, take it. There's the door. Don't let it hit your ass on the way out. And don't come back because you ain't getting this baby back. I wouldn't care if it was a newborn or, me and my husband, my second husband, he wanted kids. But anyway, we talked about having foster kids, and I told him, I said, I can't because I would get attached and I wouldn't want to give them up. And I told him, I said, I would be willing to adopt, but I would want to adopt older kids because Dylan was older. He was like 11. And I said, I wouldn't want to adopt a boy around his age. And then I would want a girl that's like, I don't know, 14 years old or up. And that way I could teach her, the cooking things and the sewing and the crafts. And, me and her could do things together. Because our house was plenty big enough. And a lot of people don't want older kids, and I don't understand that. I would love to have an older daughter. I mean, and it sounds really stupid. The empty nest syndrome. It's like, Dylan's 18. You don't need me anymore. And I thought about that when he turned 18. You know, he doesn't need me anymore. He's 18. He does need me because he thinks he knows everything, but he really doesn't. He really doesn't know everything. Hi, Eddie. How are you? I think Dawn and Candace were hurting Summer. Yeah. Yeah, in more ways than one. Yeah, they were. She was neglected. See, that's the reason she was all over Robin all the time at church. She wanted attention. She wanted somebody to love her and hold her and sing to her and read her stories and spend time. Man, I'm telling you, when somebody has kids, you gotta bond from the very beginning. You gotta like all of my kids, whether they were biological, adopted, or if they were my nieces and nephews that I kind of helped raise, because I have, I was always really open and honest, and I never lied to my kids, just like I'm never lying to you. Would you take Summer if you... Yeah, I would. She would have to go see her grandma Susan. Because yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, how could somebody say, no, I don't want that kid? I just don't get it. I don't get it. People are so cruel. I just meant that, with my arthritis and stuff like that, I can't get up and chase after a baby that's getting ready to choke to death on something sticking in its mouth, or what I mean. I don't run as fast as a toddler. I wouldn't want to bite off more than I could chew. I mean, I'm not that old. I'm 56, but I'm not healthy anymore. I was told I would not live to see Dylan turn 18. And then once he turned 18, I'm like, okay, I'm done. My job here is done, so it would be great not to be right to take Summer. There, I can see. It would not be right to take Summer. Breaking the law. She thought, like many other, that Summer's life was in danger. Yeah. And I mean, if somebody else just say, you're in a Walmart parking lot and you're getting ready to get in your car, somebody says something to you about, hey, you want this kid? Yeah, I'll take it. You could always call the police from there on out, but should never deny a child, because you saying no may mean their death. But if you take that child, the child's going to have a chance. So, many ways to look at that. But I've been on here for 2 hours, so I am going to get off of here. I think I'm going to get me some coffee. It is 11:21, and I don't know. I have another video I might go ahead and do tonight. I don't know. We'll see. But it's not about children. This one is about doggies. And if you guys have ever seen my shows before, know me, dogs are very near and dear to my heart. And this is a tragic story about dogs that I ran across the other day. But I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go get me some coffee. I'm going to get off this floor because my legs are falling asleep. And you guys have a good evening. I am going to make another video, though. And I'm going to put that one up as my introduction to my channel type video. So, you guys, thank you for being here. If you want to leave a comment, do that for me. I will read it. I promise I will read it, and I will get back to you. Give me a thumbs up. That helps a lot, a whole lot. And from what they say. But subscribe if you haven't. Hey, David, we got a man in here. I like that. I hope you come back. Because usually it's all women, so. And I like to have some diversity and different opinions. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here. Thanks, guys. Have a good evening.